Do you want to know how to talk to your child about porn? This is a really important conversation to have with them. I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting, good communication, how to build strong family bonds, child development, all through the lens of the principle self-government. And in this video, we're talking about discussing porn with our children. So in this video, we're going to talk about some of the key points that you need to hit when you're having a conversation with your child about pornography. I have to say I learned a lot of things over the years. I took troubled teens into my home. Many of them had sexual pasts. Many of them had struggles with pornography. I needed to have conversations with them. I tried a lot of different things. I didn't get a lot of coaching or help with those conversations, so some of them went better than others back in the day. But by the time I got to my own children, I was doing quite a bit better. I will say, though, that my oldest son, out of all four of my children, my oldest son probably got the worst conversation about porn. It was much more of a fear-based conversation, like, don't do it, here's the problem, you'll end up addicted, you'll have all these problems, and it was that kind of a thing, which is probably not the best way to go, especially because porn is so prolific and so many people are promoting it, experimenting with it, that if you present it just like that and then they go ahead and watch it and they're like, well, I'm not having a problem, then suddenly you have told them the wrong thing. So what we need to do is just stick to the facts and make sure that we help advocate for freedom. So what is pornography? Let's start there, okay? So pornography is basically a grooming material for feeling titillated, okay? The whole idea is you watch something so that you feel titillated and probably want to take some action, whether it's with another person or whether it's with yourself. This process of watching pornography is strictly selfish, okay? So let's keep that in mind. This is me wanting to create a chemical response in my brain and in my body so that I have a craving that then I get to do something with myself. Now, why do people engage in pornography? It's a habit sometimes. Sometimes they accidentally happen upon it, right? And then they develop a craving for it or an appetite for it. Sometimes people are just bored. They don't know what else to do. Sometimes people feel another emotion, like they get upset or frustrated or something like that. And then they engage in pornography because it's a distraction. And it gives them a strong chemical dump, these endorphins and oxytocin and all the stuff that's dumping in their brain makes them feel like they're having a very powerful experience as they're experiencing all of this physical pleasure at the same time. So is it okay to explain all of that stuff to children? Yeah. Why not? Tell them more. Also tell them that it's fake. Be sure to tell them that. Tell them that a ton of the people who engage in pornography are drugged to do it. That some of the people are stolen to do it. That when you're watching that stuff, that's not the real way that people engage in intimacy, not if they care about other people. That is selfish intimacy. And it's so selfish that some of the people are beaten in the process. It's violent oftentimes. It doesn't show respect for another person. It is absolutely not loving. So explain to your child the difference between love and intimacy as husband and wife and what's that like, and be sure to tell them how it actually happens. If you need to use the action, like with your hand, like, listen, boy, girl, this is how it happens. Be sure to tell them that, because so many people go looking for porn because they're like, how exactly does it happen? Because the parents haven't taken time to explain it. What does it look like when that happens? They start feeling like, I'm going to have to know that. And they start feeling unsure about it. And so then they'll go looking at the wrong source, and suddenly they start objectifying the other sex, sometimes even objectifying themselves. So when you talk about porn, you want to talk to your child about the value of people, the value of relationship, loyalty, commitment, love. and what real passion and real love is like, and how when you're having a really loving relationship with someone, when you are being intimate with another person, you're sacrificing for that person. Both sides are. You're not just thinking of yourself. And porn oftentimes is just thinking of yourself. But it should feel like a cherishing moment. You might want to explain what cherishing actually means. Hopefully you can create an understanding of what porn really is, and give them the real deal. This is what porn is. This is what it's designed to do. It's a huge moneymaker. If you get involved in it, you've basically been exploited just for money. They are using people, sometimes even trafficking people and beating people and drugging people so that other people will watch it and it will seem sensational and they will make a lot of money. Explain the industry to your children and then talk to them about what it means to really value a person, and then make a plan for, if they ever see the thing, what to do about it. Do they know to turn it over and just come find you, or to shut it down and come find you so that you can go and get rid of it for them? Do they know that? They've got to know to turn and walk away. They also should know to only use devices when you're around, so that you can keep them safe too by, kind of helping them know a boundary. So they'll feel like, no, I can't click on that. Someone's right here with me. That keeps them safe. It's not that you don't trust them, but you're giving them one more check. Pornography's rough. It's hard. It's one of the most difficult parenting things that we have. But there are self-government skills and principles that can help with that. I highly recommend going to my next class, which is called The Not So Known Secret for Parenting Success. This will give you more skills that you can teach your child so that they can learn how to give themselves no answers if they happen to get involved in pornography. Click on the link to that video next.